magnesium citrate versus magnesium glycinate. Okay, very common question nowadays. I get it a lot from patients and I see it a lot on the net. So let me give you my take. Who am I? Well, my name is Chen. I've been teaching supplements for 30 years. I'm a naturopath and I've been treating with supplements as many years. So obviously I'm coming here from the clinic, from experience, but also from a lot of delving in. So what do we want to get from this video? What's the bottom line? Which is best, right? Well, it's a little more complicated than that, and allow me to simplify it. But, you know, it takes a little bit of explanation first. First of all, what is magnesium citrate and what is magnesium glycinate? What does it mean, these words? So magnesium citrate is actually the mineral magnesium connected to citric acid. A very common acid in our foods, nothing unnatural about it. Very common in this structure inside many of the foods. Magnesium glycinate comes with a molecule of glycine, which is actually an amino acid. Both are very natural and very logical choices as a rule. But what do they actually represent as far as the body is concerned? That's a different story. And how efficient are they in doing what we need done is the second question. So let's start with the second because it's more practical. From my experience, and again, this is my experience, magnesium citrate in most cases functions much better. It allows us to control the bowel movements to the most accurate movement and most comfortable evacuation possible, which in itself is a beautiful gift for most people. And it absorbs beautifully, which means it actually resolves the deficiency for which we are giving the magnesium. Okay, we're not giving it to relax, we're not giving it to sleep, we're giving it because it's deficient and we want to, well, fill in that gap. It's also the most comfortable option, this magnesium citrate, to be able to reach the right dose, because what happens with citrate is that when you go beyond a certain amount, the body simply will not absorb it, that extra amount, and then it will cause diarrhea, which is a very simple symptom of I'm having more than I need right now. Easy to, you know, bring it down a notch, and you don't have diarrhea and you're getting the most that you can get. And this is especially important when you need to load magnesium because you haven't been taking it for years and you really have bad signs like terribly shallow sleep, a lot of discomfort and disquiet, a lot of cramping muscles all over the body, etc., etc. There are a lot of other effects. Now, why are so many therapists so inclined to suggest the glycinate first? Well, glycine is an amino acid that has a wonderful effect on our stress in itself. You know, better sleep and all kinds of other lovely effects. It relaxes the mind to a certain degree. Okay, if you read about glycine, you'll see all kinds of good suggestions. The catch it being, of course, that it's dose dependent. And that in most cases when you take magnesium, the magnesium is what defines the dose, not the glycinate. Okay, so that means that when you take this kind of magnesium, you might get to enough magnesium, but you won't necessarily get to enough of the glycinate anyway, which means maybe it's more practical to take the magnesium citrate, known for its absorbability and general effect. And if you really need glycine, then just take glycine. Comes in a separate pill, 500 milligrams at one pill, which is a lot more effective than taking the combined version. Take 1 or 2 of those a day and you'll probably get a much better effect from the glycine than you would from the magnesium glycinate. So the solution would be take citrate. And if you need glycinate, take glycinate. Stop confusing between the needs, okay? Because you can't really take a magnesium glycinate to the point where you have enough glycinate if you have too much magnesium. The very fact that there's a combination limits the dose. So I think that's very clear. Go for magnesium citrate, and if you want the specific supplement that I use, just check it in the links. I'll drop a link.